Hello and welcome back, to back with another crypto video. Hope you guys doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another bullish Pulsechain video. Now, it might not reflect that in today's crypto market because everything is red and bloody, but I wanted to remind you guys that you are part of the winning team. Yeah, because you're the 1% that's going to front run the 99% of crypto investors and traders, because you are in the most undervalued network in this bull run. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about, of course, Pulsechain, the leverage of Ethereum. Guys, I have nothing wrong against Ethereum. I literally have holdings. All my DeFi Insiders, the YouTube members, obviously know about that with my exclusive videos. But I'm talking about in a way where you think about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, a lot of those tokens, they're already mainstream. Okay, so every bull run that passes, you're going to be expecting diminishing returns. This is why being in Pulsechain is such a great opportunity, and it's my best bet this alt season. I'm going to be giving you guys reasons why, and then I'm going to cover the main projects in Pulsechain that I think everyone should know about. Okay, not financial advice. Do remember that I'm not a financial advisor. You have to do your own research. And I'm also going to end it with two new memes that are very new, hot memes, that you might need to also consider adding to your bag. Not financial advice. Obviously, do remember to diversify, segment your risk, and we're going to be talking about that in a second, because there's a story where someone unfortunately didn't segment his, or diversify and segment his risk, and it's kind of a sad story, but it's a reminder for everyone to not marry your bags. It's a reminder for everyone to do your own research. It's a reminder for everyone to always invest with risk capital. Don't take loans and don't use your credit card to buy things. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna want to watch the whole video through. Aside from that, thank you very much. And the highlighted comment is from Fred. I would rather buy and wait, buy the bottoms and sell the tops. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Would rather wait and buy, or buy and wait. You know what I mean? And then obviously buy the bottoms, sell the tops. And that's actually a very good point, because guys, something about bull runs I need people to understand while I make these videos where I'm super bullish, etc., etc. Keep in mind and do realize that I'm making videos mostly about projects when things are low. Things are low volume, red, kind of in this fearful state. Okay, because these are the times where people can accumulate dollar cost average, where buying power is up while everything else is down, right? Because as well, guys, people need to understand that bull runs, as I said, it doesn't last, and you actually need to exit and then realize your gains. And obviously we're not anywhere near that, in my opinion, but do keep this in mind. There will be a peak, and usually the bull run starts towards the end of it. You know what I mean? It's kind of scary. Okay, because if you're not, and I heard this from another video I was watching, because if you're not careful, you might be holding for way too long, and you're gonna be past the peak of the bull run, where now you're banished to wait till the next, to hold for the next 4 years, till the next Bitcoin halving, till the next bull run. It's kind of scary. Okay, now obviously this whole thing doesn't apply to P stables, right? Because PDAI, if it goes to $1, it'll stay at $1. And we're going to be talking about that in a second. I have the sacrificed wallets as well. We can see exactly how much Ethereum they're holding, and what does Richard Hart plan to do with that money. So without further ado, thank you very much for the highlighted comment, and of course thank you to the DeFi Insiders, the YouTube members who are choosing to support my small channel. But looking at the general crypto market today, red, negative. It's more than, it's kind of sideways, but I guess minus 2%. We're still looking at 2.5 trillion crypto, total crypto market cap. So yeah, huge room for growth. I personally do think that we're probably going to 10x that peak of the bull run. But how long is that peak of the bull run? Guys, it literally could be a few weeks, could be just 1 month. This bull run, it's crazy when you think about it. We hold things for 3.5 years or 4 years, literally just to sell, and you have to time it in a few months. You know what I mean? It's actually crazy. Crypto is, at the end of the day, it's a game of winners and losers, guys. And unfortunately, most of the players will be losers. Okay, so I really hope, if you guys are watching my videos, I'm increasing the chances for you guys to win with me. I want to win with you guys as well. So join my Telegram link in the description, and share your thoughts and stuff like that. And obviously comment down below. Aside from that, when we look into Pulsechain, yes, everything else will reflect that, obviously, because everything is red, basically, guys. Okay, today we kind of lost a little bit. read in everything. So no surprises here, obviously. But I wanted to share a few stories here and there. One of them being, unfortunately, from this article, tragic end. UP man takes loan for ZK Sync era airdrop, ends life after ineligibility shock. So, story about this 25-year-old man who then realized where he taken a substantial loan hoping to secure a better financial future through the highly anticipated crypto event. However, upon discovering his ineligibility, devastating news drove him to the tragic step of hanging himself. This incident underscores the emotional toll and financial risks associated with the volatile world of cryptocurrency investments. Guys, please, you guys need to understand that it's very important to only invest with risk capital. It's very important to diversify, where if one token doesn't go to plan and it goes to zero, you're fine. Okay, yes, you might have different categories of high confidence investments, medium confidence, high risk or low risk, etc., etc. At the end of the day, you shouldn't have one project where it's the majority of your category of your portfolio. It's just too risky. You want to diversify, always adapt as well, segment your risks. So yeah, I hope this kind of reminds people that, hey, this can be dangerous. Okay, don't be taking loans out to buy crypto. Don't be using your credit cards, etc. That's crazy. And then there's another story here. This is kind of a cybersecurity segment of the video. Don't screenshot seed phrases on a phone. Shout out to Somi. He said, and this is from Coinfessions. I worked for a loan shark company 2 years ago, and one of the ways we operated was to secretly download some media from our customer phones. I was able to fish a lot of seed phrases from customers, screenshots, and I've made more than 80K so far. So that's very scummy, very low for someone to do that. But that's just a reminder, guys. It's crazy that even pictures in our own phones, where it's you think it's local, right? Especially nowadays with like Apple's iCloud and stuff like that. It's not really local anymore, and it is very convenient. I understand that we even have like Google Drive, etc. But to what extent do you really trust it? Especially, I think stuff with like seed phrases and private keys, you might want to even honestly put it down in a kind of like an encrypted WinRAR type thing. Very long password, depends, or 7-zip, whatever it is, or obviously use a physical paper, keep it next to you, etc. Make your own encryption algorithm, whatever, or memorize your own seed phrase. Up to you. It could work. You never know. There's different ways, and I might make a video about it, to be honest. But yeah, this is just a reminder. Beware, even screenshots in your own phone is unfortunately risky. But aside from that, kind of looking at the whole general thing, Bitcoin, because obviously that's going to lead the whole bull run. Same thing with Ethereum as well. Because obviously I do believe Pulsechain is a leverage of Ethereum. If Ethereum, for example, goes up by X amount, Pulsechain will do it with even more exposure to more X's, because of course, due to the fact that Pulsechain is such undervalued, it's literally under 1 billion market cap, that we have so much room for growth as opposed to the other networks due to obviously diminishing returns, etc. So yeah, it's kind of beautiful. But here, this is something I've done in a separate video where I have these Fibonacci retracements, and I think especially with Ethereum, if we go to see Ethereum, definitely one of the first milestones is reaching that 7,300 and above. Can it reach 11,000 level right here as a resistance or a support level? That'd be amazing. Reaching 15,000 here, again, I don't really think so. Now, in the previous bull market, right, in 2020, let's double check. In 2017, sorry, not this one, the previous one, we did touch on the purple level. Okay, well, actually, sorry, in the previous bull market, we touched on the purple level of the Fibonacci retracement. Now, do I think we're going to touch the purple level in this bull in this bull market? Don't really think so, due to the fact of the diminishing returns, etc., etc. As coins become more mainstream, as coins become more liquid, it kind of happens to be like a added weight to it, where it moves even slower. It will require even more cash flow to get it to do the X's that you think it can do. You know what I mean? So So yeah, this is why honestly I would have milestones. This is why I tell people obviously bull runs never last. Sell on the way up and sell on the way down as well, just to kind of average out, because it's very hard to time the peak. Everyone will be euphoric. Everyone will be talking about, oh my god, this is never gonna stop going up, etc, etc. Oh my god, crypto adoption is crazy. But no, you need to realize your gains, because there's gonna be a bear cycle. That's the way of life. Bull cycle, bear cycle. It's this cyclical loop, never ending. Okay, so keep this in mind. Yeah, unless there's like a new unicorn, as Sami says. But I do think the narrative of this bull run is meme coins, ladies and gentlemen, which not a lot of people like that, obviously, especially like people like retail investors or institutional investors, who are kind of like normies don't like that. That's what I'm trying to say. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, going back to I have this tweet where I replied to Katie, and here I'm just talking about Pulsex being the cake, right, from PancakeSwap in 2021. I think Pulsex is going to be doing super well, and of course anything in that ecosystem, right, part of the Richer Heart ecosystem, is INC, ladies and gentlemen. There's another tweet here which INC on Pulsechain, shout out to them. I'll give them a follow. Shout out to them. A lot of DMs a lot of DMs asking for predictions for Richer Heart tickers. Pulse, he doesn't care. Hex doesn't care. PulseX doesn't care. INC 400 to 2100, absolutely crazy. INC will outperform your coin. Do what you will with that information, guys. Something, if you guys didn't know about INC, which I do have the chart right here, something you didn't know about INC, if you didn't know, obviously it is incredibly inflationary in the first year, or you can call it year zero, right? It's kind of like incredibly inflationary, and then every consecutive year there'll be a halving. So very similar to Bitcoin, where the rate of inflation halves, but as opposed to having it every 4 years, INC has that every single year. And if guys didn't know, Bitcoin was the best time to buy it was when it was extremely inflationary, and the same concept applies to INC. This is why I like INC. You might say, oh, it's inflating 1 INC per second. That slows down every single year. And at some point, there'll be, the demand will kind of outrun the supply, and then etc, etc. It will appreciate. And we could start seeing some of that literally as soon as this bull run, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing people talk about triple digits, even 4 quadruple digits, guys. Is that possible? I don't really know. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna wait till it reaches 2,100. You think I'm gonna be there at $1,000 INC? I'm gonna be I think I'm gonna wait till 2,000. No, take profits along the way, guys. Take profits along the way. Realize your gains. Realize your gains. Be a disciplined investor. Remember, crypto is a solo sport. I don't care who's gonna disagree with you. I don't care who's gonna say, you sold, you did it. No. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Look after yourself. You know what I mean? You got a family to support, etc, etc. You know what I mean? No hard feelings. As long as you're not rugging anyone, as long as you're not being part of like pump and dump, private groups, etc, etc. You're playing the game, man. You know what I mean? Look after yourself. Solo sport. I don't blame you. You know what I mean? Even if I don't know, but, I don't blame you, guys. You know what I mean? Like, look after yourself. Bull run doesn't end. Bull runs don't last. I mean, aside from that, I was gonna say, this was my tweet here. You guys can check it out. You can go follow me on my Twitter, link in the description. But I just wanted to remind people the top projects being in Pulsechain. You guys already know INC, things that I told you, I just talked about. Tons of X's away. For example, from here till breaking triple digits, right? $100 is the 37x. That's pretty sick. And you got from here to breaking $300 range is 117x or 118x. Pretty solid. Now, what about the other narratives? What makes Pulsechain so unique from the rest of the layer 1 forks? That's a very good question. Number one is that Pulsechain is not just a normal fork, ladies and gentlemen. It's the first of its kind. It's a full system state copy of Ethereum, right? Because it took a snapshot of every of those tokens, which is 15,000 plus tokens, basically cloned as a PRC20. And obviously, one of them, or part of them, is the P stables narrative, which is what the king of all P stables is, the PDAI, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DAI fork, Richard Hart's favorite stable coin in Ethereum. He likes DAI because the way it's designed, etc. But he wanted to take it a step further, where you can fork it in another, obviously, network, and have it where it doesn't have any admin keys, further making it, decentralized kind of token, which goes to the whole, true DeFi. So I know Richard Hart really cares about that stuff, which I really respect. To be honest, Richard Hart is fighting the fight with SEC, for our freedom and freedom of speech as well. So yeah, I think it's a really, really great narrative, in my opinion, guys. PDAI has already done 500x plus. I've made videos where I've told people about this token from, literal last year, towards the end of last year, we're talking like November, I think around November specifically, and obviously when it was at its lowest during that time, which was right about here, which is, a good amount of X's, ladies and gentlemen. So if you were watching my videos when I was making them, when it was very, 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 fearful, low volumes, you guys can see it. Look at it. At the lowest, cheapest prices, it also was the lowest volume. This kind of makes you understand the psychology of traders, guys. People literally want to buy when they see a green candle. They don't understand, it's all-time low, or the RSI values is low, etc., etc. No, if they see red candles, they're like, oh, no. This is dead. The narrative is not. It's dead. They want to see a green candle and then they will buy. You know what I mean? That's majority of people, guys. You follow the majority of people, expect average results. This is what I'm telling you about crypto. Literally, we're talking about 1 to 5% of people are actually profitable. The rest get punished. The rest are losers or barely cut it even. You know what I mean? So yeah, keep this in mind. But we're looking at PDAI right now. It looks beautiful. I think it's holding a nice little support layer right here. This might be a case of higher low right here. So we'll see how it goes and how it plays out. Now the point of control, if it reaches the point of control, that is kind of a very deterministic level where, hey, is that going to confirm a next level leg up, basically? Now we've had these two bull flags where it broke out. Are we going to have it very, very soon? We'll see. We can form one. But yeah, PDAI, either way, guys, I'm not going to, I don't need to look at the chart, honestly, because I know the end goal is this thing to reach $1. How far are we to reaching $1? That's a 200x. In my opinion, that's one of the easiest 200x's this bull run. Find me an easier 200x. Lychee, comment down below. Lychee, I challenge everyone to find an easier 200x in this bull run, ladies and gentlemen. Being part of this is absolutely crazy. It's going to make a lot of people millionaires. I like it. The fact that Richard Hart, obviously the sacrifice wallets, there's already on-chain record about seeing the sacrifice wallets or the OA wallets. Is it OA or sacrifice? I need to double check. But one of those types of wallets were literally interacting and testing the MakerDAO vaults on Pulsechain, where they were testing the collateral and the minting ability and stuff like that with PDAI, and it worked. Things work. You can make a vault with a vault kind of manager, and then put in PDAI and then collateralize it with something else. You can use ESDT, PHEX, whatever you want, and then now it will actually act like a truly pegged at $1. You know what I mean? Because obviously right now technically it can reach all the way to $1 to $2. Right? What differentiates that is obviously activating those dormant functions that makes it actually peg out $1. You know what I mean? And obviously one of the main functions is being able to mint $1 amount of mint $1 amount of, mint $1 DAI with $1 worth of WPS, and vice versa. Being able to burn 1 PDAI, and then it will give you back $1 worth of WPS or whatever the collateral will be. So yeah, I have this that I've done these collections or these bundles. I've found it from a tweet. Again, you guys have to kind of watch my older video, where these are all the sacrifice wallets bundled up together. I think they're around, how much are they? 40, I think. No, 40, 34. 10 here, 10, yeah, 34 wallets. And you can see, if you want to go to Ethereum, first of all, number one, you can see that it's clearly PDAI is the chosen peace table to go to $1, because a lot of those sacrifice wallets are literally holding PDAI itself. Like, look at this, 400,000, and this one has 1.5 million. I mean, a lot of them obviously are, just Ethereum sided, but look at this one, for example. You got 98,000 Ethereum holding. This is a bundle, so it's actually 10 addresses, spread it out, but I'm just putting it in a bundle to keep it easy. So in total, 98,000 plus 51,000 Ethereum, 179 million, guys. And this one, 341 million. And then obviously when you go to this one, 20,000 Ethereum, 17 million. And finally here, go to this one and 4,000. And now this kind of totals up around 172,000 Ethereum, ladies and gentlemen. And this is absolutely crazy when you think about it, the worth of that right now. Now imagine when we reach towards the, the peak of the bull run, where it'll be worth billions, ladies and gentlemen, billions. That will be more than enough. And he will bridge. One of the main reasons, actually, I think people were saying that he made the what was it called, the Pulsechain bridge free, 0 fees, was because he wanted to bridge tokens over to Pulsechain to test the whole collateral stuff. And obviously he's anticipating for this event where he's going to literally bridge in. Obviously there's also other events where he was buying back Pulse, buying back Pulse X, I believe, as well. But the main one is, of course, the event of taking the sacrifice funds, bridging it over to Pulsechain with 0 fees, obviously, and then literally using that to collateralize PDAI. Guys, Richard Hart has an ego. He already made, like, I just want to let you guys know, what I mean? Even if you might be like, okay, pessimistic, oh, not a lot of people are coming in, etc., etc., we're still growing. We're still onboarding people, but obviously it's at a slower rate, etc., etc. But I think our time will come. This is an opportunistic time for us to literally build our positions, DCA. But at the end of the day, do follow the money. Like, doesn't mean I'm not going to go to Solana and try to make money there. I'm not going to go to Base here. I'm not going to hold anything in Ethereum. No. I'm diversifying, but don't get me wrong. The majority of my portfolio is within Pulsechain, in different categories, obviously, right? I'm still segmenting it as well in different, higher confidence tokens, etc., etc., Richard Hart core tokens and stuff. So yeah, do understand that, ladies and gentlemen, like, Pulsechain has a lot of room for growth. It feels great with the whole sacrifice funds, where honestly, it's like plan B is Richard Hart will create his own kind of mini alt season with the sacrifice funds if he bridges it over. It's absolutely crazy. Guys, we're talking about billions this will be worth in peak bull run. It's really crazy. But moving on, we spoke about PDAI, spoke about sacrifice wallets. Next up is PBTC. This is one of my favorite because I honestly think that it hasn't done any movement in terms of, compared to PDAI, the run that it did, because right now technically the lowest it was, it's kind of around like $18 to where we are right now is just a 9x. So it's not where, PDAI did a 500x. So I think PBTC is really, really great. And I had a kind of a smaller milestone is reaching the 10,000 mark, I guess, right? The 5-digit mark, and that's a 51x. And of course, after that is of reaching parity with actual Bitcoin, price, which is 70,000, which is absolutely amazing. Like, if you want to test that right now, we can test that in a second. We can do 70,000. That's a literal 368x, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, check that out. You know what I mean? You can also check, by the way, I believe the biggest holder. We can check this. You know what? We can just check this right now. By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. The biggest holder of PBTC, and it's been confirmed, is one of the Richard Hart wallets. Yep, the 21% one is one of the Richard Hart wallets. So what does this tell you? Richard Hart wallets are holding PDAI. They're holding PBTC. It's quite clear. This is both of his favorite projects, both of his favorite PRC20s in Pulsechain. You know what I mean? It's like the chosen one to do well. So you want to be part of this. No financial advice. Okay. Second up is Bear, the teddy bear token, the greatest meme coin here in Pulsechain. Guys, I've talked about this a lot, honestly. And I think we're kind of moving very, very greatly. Obviously, I have these Bollinger bands where if you want to swing trade, you can. But honestly, technically, I don't really swing trade, so I'm going to turn that off, really. But yeah, this is kind of where I started making my videos. And you can see from where I made my videos to the top of it, basically, all-time high was a nice 23x. And I think from here to all-time high we're looking at a 73%. It's not really anything, but of course, when we're thinking at that market cap, ladies and gentlemen, from here to 1 billion, that's a good amount of X's, guys. That's a 40x plus, and of course, reaching multiple billions, just like Shiba, because people are calling Teddy Bear the Shiba of Pulsechain. You know what I mean? And but thankfully, it's not just another reiteration of a dog meme coin. You know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? There's so many. We're oversaturated this market, this meme with dogs and cats. But when it's teddy bears, not a lot of people have done that, guys. You know what I mean? And everyone loves teddy bears. It's not a 50-50 where it's like, oh, you're either a dog person or cat person. No. Everyone had a teddy bear when they were young. You know what I mean? This is why it's super bullish. It's made by Atropa Dev, by the way, as well. The person behind Atropa token. What is Atropa? It's literally the token, the ecosystem that stemmed out to help PDAI reach to that $1 using Richard Hart's law. The guy behind this 414 dev who will be speaking at the Pulsechain conference this weekend. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there, but which I'm super excited to watch, by the way. He made Atropa, and if you guys actually want to check, the thickest liquidity with PDAI, the thing that you spoke about, is with Atropa. We paste this in, and you will see, if we scroll down, we find the DAI one. For some reason, it's not really showing. One second. Sometimes text screener is not the best. But you can see, for example, liquidity here is 1.3 with WPLS, right? But if we paste this here and go let's just scroll down, you'll realize, look at that, 29.7 million in liquidity, guys. 29.7 million. This is why Atropa is one of the slept on or kind of under talked about tokens. And guys, this is why, honestly, for this whole reason, guys, for me giving you guys this info, you have to give this video a like. You know what I mean? Sometimes the best things to do is to not overcomplicate your portfolios. You don't need to really dig that deep. This is a very, straight out Hart's law kind of formula. Because of the thick liquidity with PDAI, if PDAI reaches $1, as an effect, Atropa will reach in the $30 to $40 range. This is what the Atropa dev said himself. Guys, we are literally at 3.4 cents or 3 cents basically. From here, let's quickly do that. You know what I mean? From here, let's quickly change that up. From here to $30, ladies and gentlemen, that's a literal, am I on logarithmic? Yep. That's a literal 800x. Guys, 800x. Blows my mind. It blows my mind because I do believe this, because obviously you saw that the liquidity right now between PDAI and Atropa is literally $29 million worth. As PDAI goes up and reaches $1, Atropa is a kind of a leverage of PDAI, and because of Hart's law, it will go up with it in tandem. That's Hart's law. Go look it up. You know what I mean? So it's pretty sick, guys. The stuff that we have, the narratives that we have here in Pulsechain. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, these are the kind of the 4 horsemen that I usually talk about and tell people who are new that I've had people. If you're new to Pulsechain, by the way, you can email me. You can send me a message on my Telegram link in the description. Okay, I have a username. It's @coolide. Don't ever. I'll never DM you first. I'll never ask you for money in a weird way. I'll never ask for your private keys. I'll never ask you for your you know what I mean? Like anything sensitive information, personal PIIs, personally identified information, I'll never do that. Okay, so please do understand that. But if you do need help getting onboarded, you can reach out to me. I take the time of my day to answer you guys, of course, and I read every single comment. So if you have any constructive feedback or any feedback generally, or any questions about Pulsechain, leave it down in the comments below. Aside from that, guys, also please do follow me on my Twitter. I'm actually very close to 1,000 followers, so really thank you for the people who have been following me. The past couple of days, I've been doing version 3 liquidity supplying on 9mm. Pretty cool stuff. I made like this chart, a graph stuff, just to keep in track of it. On my road to hopefully making $100 daily on it. I'm still figuring out the best kind of strategies. But my main ones are, supplying for INC, LUSD, and GameStop on Pulsechain, pretty cool stuff. And I've had previous ones with Pepe and Pika. They did really well, both of them. And yeah, so for reaching the end of the video, okay, you deserve to know the two. You probably heard of them, but honestly, I think these are really worth looking into. This is Pika, a meme on Pulsechain, really well. I think it's a CTO, Community Takeover Token. Yeah, that's really good as well. You know what I mean? That means it's doesn't really require anyone. It's running on its own, and it's, of course, the name is timeless. You know, Pika, made by Satoshi, the guy who made Pokemon. Guess who also made Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen? The same person who made Pokemon made Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Satoshi is a nice name, and of course, we all love Pokemon. We all love Pikachu. But yeah, another one here is Freedom of Peach. Okay, I guess freedom of speech, but it's freedom of peach. I don't really know the narrative. I don't want to click on that website. Don't know what will show up. But aside from that, go to the desk screens. I'll leave both the desk screens link in the description, and then click on the the rockets. Help boost it up. And this one is at a 1 million market cap. So honestly, not bad. And in terms of liquidity, it's not really bad. But do keep in mind that this is on V3. V3 sometimes can be, the downside of it is that it actually can be deceiving, okay, due to the fact of people can make, price ranges of different liquidities. So all of a sudden, you can be walking on a floor that you think is pretty fine. There's going to be gaps and holes where you'll fall through because the liquidity is only for certain price ranges. But please do keep that in mind. This is why, just keep it in mind, all right? I still have to research myself. But these are the two tokens. But aside from that, guys, this is the latest information, the best, the four horsemen, as I said. The four horsemen: Atropa, PDAI, PBTC, and Teddy Bear. And I'd say the two honorable mentions, if not, the top 7, right? The top 6, I mean. I would add, I would add only one more, which would be INC. And I guess recently is PHEX that I've added, Hex on Pulsechain, because it has a new graph. And I feel like, it kind of, you can revive it, right? Because, the one on Ethereum, you look at the graph, you zoom out, you're like, oh, do I really want to be part of that? You know what I mean? Again, I might be wrong. You might have a different opinion. I do want to hear your opinion. Link in the description, guys. It's literally midnight. I want to sleep. I'm going to change my habit of not making videos this late, but it's just been very, very busy with life. So as well, as I told you guys, I do a lot of research where the easiest part is making the video, but it just tends to be towards the end of my research, which is too late. I really enjoy what I'm doing, though. This is my passion. I think crypto is absolutely amazing. I hope you guys win with me this bull run. I'll make sure to literally share the knowledge as I learn it, because I do believe in shared knowledge is equal to knowledge squared. It's a win-win for both. There's enough money in this world where I don't need to gatekeep this information. Go join my Telegram, link description, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend tomorrow, whatever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.